If your desk is piled high with unlisted cards and your bank account feels stuck, you don't have a consistency problem, you have a broken system. These 3 rules will fix your operation today. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tim and I run a Pokemon card resale business called TimmyTwosTCG right here in my basement. The goal of this channel is to help you grow or scale your business alongside mine. If you find these types of videos helpful, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. It really helps to support the channel and tells the algorithm that we're delivering some value. Now, everyone in the business loves to talk about the hype, the huge mail days, or the PSA slabs, but no one actually talks about the pillars that you need to turn this expensive, messy hobby into a sustainable, profitable business. So, what are the 3 pillars? Let's dive into number 1. So, pillar number 1 is moving from a transactional mindset to a community-first operation. Too many sellers treat this business like a solo mission, hiding behind a phone screen, scrolling through endless Facebook ads. And honestly, if every interaction that you have with someone is just this cold, faceless interaction, you're starting from zero every morning and you're not building anything. You have to connect with people who are doing what you're doing and are in the same space, whether that be online through Discord servers or commenting on YouTube videos. That's what I'm doing. I'm joining those online communities. I'm connecting with others who are doing what I'm doing. I'm networking with other resellers and we're learning together. But even more important than this online connection, you got to engage with those people in your physical community around you. So when you meet up with someone to buy a collection, don't treat it like that awkward Piggly Wiggly parking lot, Facebook Marketplace meetup where they pass the binder through a window and you toss in some cash and drive away. Treat it like a legitimate business deal. Introduce yourself and your business, tell them who you are and what you do. Always make sure to call people by name and just genuinely thank them for taking the time to meet up with you. And then just be transparent in the deal. Take the time to look at conditions and let them know what it is you're looking for and why you're offering the value that you are. If you do these things, you're automatically separating yourself from the other 90% of the low ballers who were just meeting up to make a quick flip with someone. But here's the part a lot of people miss. The magic for me happens after the meetup. So once I've done a deal with someone, I like to send them a follow-up message and just thank them again for meeting me and for offering their collection, and let them know that if they have any other collections, they can reach out in the future. I'll send them my socials, let them know to follow me on YouTube or to send me a message on my Facebook business page. I also encourage them to let their family and friends know to reach out to me if they have collections that they want to sell. Now, instead of spending hours online fighting with others to try and get the best deal, you've got the community that you've built coming to you with their binders and their collections because they like the way you treated them in the past. Your community starts to become your own little private inventory pipeline. Now, while that follow-up message sets up your future inventory pipeline, there's a specific thing you should do during the actual meetup before you even walk away. And that brings us to pillar number 2. This is a 2-word question that you can ask that sometimes can double the deal on the spot. So let's say a seller reaches out to you and they want to sell a single or a small lot of cards, and you meet up, you evaluate the condition, you agree on a fair price, you hand them the cash and say thank you. If that's where your conversation stops, you may have just missed the easiest inventory acquisition of the week. Before you finalize the deal and part ways, you should always ask this simple 2-word question: what else? Here's why this works. That seller has already crossed the hurdle of trusting you to make a fair deal. The friction of the transaction is already gone. Most sellers have piles of bulk or incomplete binders or things that they never bothered listing or taking the time to take pictures of and posting on Facebook Marketplace. Those things feel like a chore to them. So when you ask what else, you're not pressuring them. You're creating a convenient way for them to offload some of that inventory. By simply asking what else, you could turn a $40 deal into a $250 or $300 deal. Here's an example. Here is a bag of some bulk that's someone that I meet up with pretty frequently threw into a deal just because we've built a relationship, and I started asking what else he's got. And this is a bag full of packs in bulk and some singles as well of things that he threw into the deal because he liked the fairness and what I brought to the table. And now we do deals every week. So maybe you run across scenarios just like this, where they throw in some extra bulk just because you ask them what else they have. So you may run across a scenario just like this, where they throw in some extra bulk just because you asked the question. Or Because you asked what else, now they're going to break out that $300 slab and make a deal on that just because they can now trust you and you ask for more. So, doing this every single time creates an amazing problem. You end up with stacks of inventory on your desk every single week that you need to list online. But this is also the point of the process where many of these TCG businesses can collapse into complete chaos. And that brings us to the next pillar, number 3. Pillar number 3 is your execution engine, and it's about choosing daily consistency over motivation. If you're working hard at your card business, but you feel like you're totally stuck at a plateau, you don't have a talent problem, you have a consistency problem. So early on, it's easy to rely on the hype and the dopamine. You buy collections and you're staying up until 2 a.m. listing those, and you get that excitement from the ding of your eBay store when you sell something online. But 3 weeks later, when the novelty kind of wears off, you're sitting around with stacks of inventory waiting to be listed because you're waiting on the motivation to hit. Motivation is a terrible business partner, and you can't scale a business off of feelings. You have to live by daily, non-negotiable habits. When my alarm goes off at 5 a.m. in the morning, it's not asking me how I feel, it's telling me it's time to get up and get to work. And here's how you know that consistency is actually working. People around you, your family, friends, and those you do business with start to recognize your daily habits and routines. You guys may have seen some of my daily shorts where I talk to you about my business while I'm on my way to the post office every morning to drop off orders. Just the other day, I walked into the post office and the clerk behind the counter said, "Hey, do you have more Pokemon cards going out today?" And we talked about it and we kind of laughed about the situation. And then on the way out, she said, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow." That's proof of concept. When the people around you, the eBay algorithm, your YouTube audience expects you to show up every day, you have built real unstoppable momentum. Consistently listing 20 to 25 cards a night will totally crush the random listing of 150 cards on a Saturday night. Daily listing keeps your cash flow moving, keeps your capital liquid for deals, and it feeds your marketplace algorithm. So building the daily discipline to sit down and source inventory and pack your orders and ship them out is what separates a hobbyist with a cluttered workspace from someone building a legitimate, long-lasting business. When you connect all these pillars together, the entire engine runs itself. Community brings consistent inventory right to your door without the bidding wars. The what else question instantly maximizes every single deal that you touch. And the daily consistency turns that inventory into liquid cash to keep you moving. If there's a breakdown in any of these 3, the entire system stalls out. At the end of the day, building a TCG business isn't about hitting that one lucky jackpot or guessing which new set is going to spike next week. It comes down to respecting the people that you deal with, maximizing every single opportunity, and showing up to execute every single day, even on the days that you don't feel like it. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. Which of these 3 pillars are you going to focus on this week? Again, if you guys got any value out of today's video, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.